Why did they be switch up? Stop being piano.
You are waiting for me?
Sorry, sir. Sorry, Lord.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to call this session to order, which is a continuation of the hearings with the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority. But before we proceed with the agenda of the day, I'll ask that we all offer a moment of silent prayers, please. Amen. Amen. I think in the previous meeting with you, we've already introduced ourselves, so this is a continuation. We go straight to business. Over to you, Mr. Chairman.
I think we should go back to audit service because more or less we don't have time. We are, I'm sure this session is end to be by 3. As a committee, we've been extending the hearings for like 2 weeks at the moment. So it's important that we continue and quickly conclude on the 2021-2022 report, because the next audit report is coming and we want to complete our reports and submit and publish on the website before the audit service presents the next audit report. Having said that, we also have to look at councils, which is very important. It's part of the accountability for basic services projects of the World Bank, and we are working in tandem with the Ministry of Finance to ensure that we implement that successfully. And we have received funds, and we're working with that. So we are operating on a very tight schedule. So we want to run through the ministries, departments, and agencies before we go to the provincial area for the regional headquarters for the councils. So there's not much to say. I would want to welcome them generally, and also say we as parliamentarians are also aware of the fact that our witnesses before us in the form of committees this time don't have their own privileges, and will take due note of those privileges and respect those privileges as given to us by the Constitution. In the same token, the Constitution grants privileges for witnesses. So we respect it, and we are not here to intimidate you. We are here to investigate the issues raised in the audit report with regards financial misgivings or issues that were alleged not to have been supported accordingly in line with the provisions of the law. And we are going to keep strict and sensible to the spirit and intent of the law. We would not incorporate our personnel into the compensation. It's going to be what meets the eyes of the law. And if there is a transaction that has taken place or that has been done or executed in the Sierra Leone Safety Authority that does not meet the eyes of the law, do not be surprised that we may ask for a reform as we have done for big businesses. In the last 3 weeks, we had a situation where the auditors raised a number of issues with regards tax credit, GST tax credits that were not supported by the necessary supporting documents. We engaged the NIA. It was a long-drawn engagement, but in the end, we had to garnish the account of very big businesses in Sierra Leone. Powerful people that think that they are extremely powerful. We garnished the account and we collected 30 billion and deposited in the consolidated fund. And you know the consolidated fund, how it operates. When money goes in, it does not come out. The once it goes in, it's finished. Similarly, there was the issue with UADF and the MNOs and ISPs. An amount of 10.5 billion, right? It was noted in the audit report of 2020, 21, and 22. So we got them to pay. Long story short is that they paid UADF the full amount. I was looking for penalty because me, when I take money, I take the difference as well. I follow the law. But I let that go to the Committee on Communication to look into it and see the appropriate penalty that should be awarded, because there are already penalties in the law. The law states clearly that if you fail to pay within a certain period, you should be fined 2.5% of the amount you owe. But I've assigned that to the Committee on Communication. So as PAC, we've made a lot of progress in a very short time. There was also an amount in limbo between the Sierra Leone Commercial Bank and the Bank of Sierra Leone, another 3.6 billion. Located, it's now in the consolidated fund. So we've done a lot of activities in terms of recovery and administrative actions as well. So our intent is to make sure that everybody follows the law, everybody observes the spirit of the law and performs transactions in line and in respect of the law. If you do not, when you come before us, I would also want to say this, that as PAC, we are not here to receive documents. It is not our business to receive documents. It's our business to ensure that the document that we have to be submitted as at the time of the audit were either provided to the auditors, or if the auditor claims that they were not provided, we may be considerate. But it is not our business after this 2022 audit. It is not our business to receive documents. Hence, we have a very small PAC budget. We'll be inviting all vote controllers, be it heads of agencies and permanent secretaries, and the accountant general, where we're going to focus purely on the regulation 100, 101, 102, and section 63, 64, and 65 that deals with payment certification and processing and supporting documents. We're going to do a PowerPoint presentation so as to ensure that by the next budget, no amount is disbursed out of the consolidated fund without a corresponding supporting document given to the accountant general. So when you say, oh, the document was not there when the auditors came, it was locked up in one drawer, now I've seen the key. Make sure you see the key of the correct document, because going forward, we'll make sure that once you present the document to us, it should be the corresponding carbon copy of what is in the possession of the accountant general. If not, we are sure that the explanation will never be any more than they will pay. So on that note, I would want to welcome you, and I want to say, Augustine, please find a date. This is probably the best way to say. Please find a date in the schedule of next week where you will include the Parliamentary Service Commission. So let's go for audit service.
Yes, good afternoon all. Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority 2022. Payment without adequate supporting documents. After the auditor's comment, you have an amount of 249,288 for which you did not submit documents.
Are you summarizing?
Yes, I do something. What do I need to do?
So the auditor's comment is during the verification exercise document for an amount of 3,223,978,000.
Oh, submitted. Giving a balance.
Representing 93%. Giving a balance of 249,288,000.6 not submitted. The issue was substantially resolved. So what was the issue? It was payment
without adequate supporting.
So payment total in 3.74 were made for various activities without adequate supporting documents. What are the activities? Do you have a schedule of the activities for the service?
Yes, it should be.
It should not be, I've given you 2 weeks. You have put together all the documentation. For the last 2 weeks, we've not had any session. So I don't expect, if I not, everything that should be here should be readily available. So what was the transaction?
Payment without adequate supporting documents.
For what transaction?
For various activities without receipts, invoices, delivery notes.
I agree. What were the activities?
Well, let me look at the schedule.
SLRSA, do you remember the activity?
Yes, sir.
Or the activities? Yes. What were the activities?
One of the activities has to do with the...
Talk to the mic. I am sure we have batteries in the mic. We are supposed to have 2 mics.
We bought a box.
Because I ruled the last time that if you come here and you embarrass me before witnesses.
Hello. The 249, 223 was an activities undertaken with respect to some personnel within the SLRSA authority who actually traveled on an international trip. But at the time of the audit, they were able to actually produce some of their reports.
So if somebody's traveling on an international trip, what are the documents that you're supposed to have as supporting documents?
Well, basically, if you look at the schedule that was given by Audit Service Leone was they requested for their back to office report.
No, before the back to office report, how do you buy the tickets?
The ticket at that time, this was in 2022, we actually follow some of the processes involved in ensuring that we get a ticket by first. We receive a letter of invitation. When those letter of invitations is being sent
Where is the letter? Where are the letters?
Who sent the letters?
Where are the letters? You settled the issue up to the tune of 3.
The 249 is not one transaction. These are 3 different travels.
No, the 249 is a combination of all the transactions.
Yes.
So you settled onto the tune of 223. So what is left is 249.
Yes. Yeah, that is what I'm explaining. With respect to the schedule that was sent to us,
you are what?
I'm Joseph H. Momo.
You are what?
The director of finance. The director of finance.
I did not know what you did.
Yes, I'm director of finance. So one of the documents was 49 million, which we have our police who travel on validation of workshop. So they requested for a back to office report. Indeed, they actually gave the back to office report which was submitted. But surprisingly again, I saw in the report that it was not produced. So I met them, they have to produce their back to office report. Just the validation report was what they requested.
Well, not back to office they requested receipts, invoices, delivery notes, distribution list, air tickets, and service level agreement.
On this one?
Yes, on that one. Maybe you need to give him the audit report.
249.
Do we have extra copies? Can we make it available to him?
Receipts are available. Back to office is available.
No, back to office is not being requested here. On the issue on 2.19.1. Sierra Leone Safety Authority 2022. Page 165. Are we on the same page?
Yes, read
Are
out.
we reading from the same book? Can you please give it to him? It is not your book. That is not your book. This is your book.
Yeah, sorry, sir.
$165. Second line, you see the documentation there. And the documentation they requested and the documentation required in Regulation 101. There is no back to office report there, sir.
It is only in the official response. But
That is the official response. What
that
I
is not the
say,
official. That is not what you've been asked to look at.
this is the auditor's comment. Right?
So go to the issue. Payment without education.
That's it. Payment of various activities without adequate supervision, such as receipts, invoices, reunions, and distribution list, and ticket, and service level agreement. Yes. With respect to, we have the receipt on each of those documents. We have the back to office report, and we have also the authorizations that was
You
given.
like back to office report?
We are,
Nobody asks for back to office report. Don't have me a document that you are not asked for. There is no back to office report there. Have you read it?
Yes.
You read the back to office report.
no,
They did not ask you for it. Why are you doing it? Why do you want to ask for something that they don't ask you for? They said they want receipts, they leave me notes, and these are the things. If you buy a ticket to an airline
yes,
or a travel agency, don't you have receipt?
look at it.
Where is the receipt?
Look
Where
at
are the
it.
receipts?
Look at it.
Let me see. Why is it that you won't give the issue? What's the problem? Yes, sir.
Then also, with respect to this one, was a payment actually
So
made.
this is 86,000.
Yes,
86,714,200.
yes,
This is for what? Okay, into Sierra Leone Travels Limited.
yes.
Oh, these are people that travel.
Yes,
Where is the other person?
it's the board chair.
The board chair.
He's not here.
It's not here. Where is the other person? You?
No, two of them travel.
Okay, the other person is the
Maybe one of the facilitators.
board chair is the short person.
I think the one in the middle, yes.
That means that you are free.
This one was because we actually paid for, which is part of that 249.
So the document that you have submitted for the 323, does it include this one?
Yes.
Say yes.
Yes, the 249. No, not for the 249.
What is this?
That is also has to do with traveling. It's a course that we actually paid for one of our senior personnel. It's for the course in UK.
What I don't understand is this is the payment voucher.
Are you? Okay, that's when they go over.
We don't have schedules on the service. No SLRSA, it is SLRSA. So you paid £7,000, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, Honorable.
Is it what two people?
For one,
That includes, so what is the composition of that?
that was the cost for the fee, for the cost for the course.
For which cost?
Yes, sir.
Is it because of the arrest letter?
Yes.
Do you know what's on the letter?
Was that
to
to
what's on the letter?
Yes. Can I just?
The last page. Amount. What is the amount? No, not total fee. That's one now. I said you should read it. Say, I ask you if you want to read it. Say, yes, I leave it.
The total fee due is £3,500.
Okay. So we are still looking for £3,500. You see, that is why I do not like maths, because whenever you take something, you ask you to collect the like terms. So let's look for the like terms. Let's collect the like terms and see where the 3,500 is. Why is the other 3,500? You normally use glasses.
No.
Okay. So we are still looking for 3,500. So your supporting document you are using.
HR, could you please comment on this document, please? HR.
HR, are you on out?
Yes, sir.
Are you here last time?
Yes, sir.
So what is the loan amount? What is the total loan amount? And if I have been good to me when I go there for my life, you attend to me quickly.
Thank you very much, sir, for the compliments.
But you know, here when I sit there, I go,
Yes, sir.
okay.
Myself and the executive director were supposed to go for this course, and I applied for the visa, and they denied me the visa. And by
Like they say, you are going to run away.
pardon me?
You don't think you are going to run away?
Well, at that time, the director of finance, they have requested him to effect the payment. He has already paid, and at the end of the day, they denied me the visa. I was not opportune.
But even the document is not explaining that. You know, in banking, what they say is your numbers should be translated into literature. Even the numbers there, even the document does not say it's for two people. No, you gave him the mic.
I just want to.
No, you gave him the mic, right? So give the mic back to him. Yes, sir. Give me the honest things.
Well, I'm talking for myself.
Let me see the document again. Don't worry. According to the hold on name of us. I remember when you say hold on the talk. So the consulting, no more consultation.
No, well, what happened? Myself and the executive director were to attend the land conference at in England. He was fortunate to they gave him the visa. I was denied, but at that time,
Director of Finance, what rate did you use to convert this money?
in 2022.
Can you please log on to the Bank of Leone Exchange website?
Yes, we used the bid rate from BSN.
So what was the rate?
And I can't remember except I look at the document.
We are coming to the money because you are going to refund that money.
I want to look at the document because sometimes.
So we are going to refund £3,500, yes. Yes, I mean, you paid to somebody else in UK, you did not attend the course. And
No, let me.
do you expect?
We had written a letter to the institution that, in as much as we would not request, but we have to send somebody else to attend.
So while that process is ongoing, the money should be in my account, and you are negotiating that. So in the event the transaction goes through, then you can do a set-off.
That means we will be asking the institution to send us back.
I think that is the ideal thing to do, because you don't know when they are going to have their next program.
No, we have discussions with them, and the program is scheduled for some. We have a program. I think it's sometime in October or November. We have somebody that has been asked to fill in that course.
You are supposed to go, right?
Yes, sir.
So the amount was 107,082,570. I'm not going to use the current rate. Where is my calculator? Divide it by 3. I'm going to share it. That is my first action this afternoon. Well, I will decide. He is one. You are one. You are not there at the time.
No, I was there.
Oh, you are there. So I'm seeing it.
Yes.
No, I'm not going to collect that money. Yes, sir. One final appeal.
With respect to my
We
position,
are not talking about the missing amount here, too. We are talking about the amount that we've paid.
yes. This was an international travel, right? And we have a responsible director who was supposed to have actually communicated to the agency, because I was not facilitating it. My responsibility was just to pay. My responsibility was to pay.
It has come to money.
Yes, that was my responsibility.
But
So
you
that
don't
is
do
my-
due diligence.
Yeah, but before you pay,
Before you pay,
Yes.
let me tell you what you should look for under section 63.
Mm-hmm.
You must ensure, you see, under regulation 100 that no payment from the contract is 100. No payment from the consolidated fund or donor fund or special fund shall be made without a payment voucher. We know the payment voucher.
We have the payment voucher, yes?
It's signed by the vote controller. That is why the vote controller is going to be part of the people that are going to pay. Of the budgetary agency as to the validity, accuracy, and legality of the claim as mentioned in subsection 2 of section 64 of the Act. Verified by the chief accountant of the budgetary agency. That is why I am going to pay.
Yes.
Whether a complete set of supporting documents. Whether a complete set of supporting documents, including a contract, local purchase order, commitment control form, invoice, and inspection report has been submitted to the chief accountant. So, if you sign
Yes.
without seeing the confirmation visa that he has received a visa, you pay to somebody, even here in Parliament. When you come for announcement, if you have a trip, we will not pay until we see a visa that somebody has issued a visa to you. Because we don't know if you pay now, for example, like you've paid, and he was denied the visa because the thing is going to run away.
Yes.
They have no reason to deny him visa, except they have the opinion that when he goes, he would run away.
Yes.
I have seen people that took one page of one piece of paper to the embassy. In fact, you will not even think that they are going to give them visa. They will give them visa. Because they looked at them, and the interesting part, this is the United Kingdom. They don't conduct interview. You go, you do your biometrics and everything, and you submit your documents. So they must have looked at his face too. This one, the one. Are you going? Don't take it personal, please.
I'm okay.
I'm just pulling your leg. See these people, they are very insulting. That is why we should not apply to go to their country. But I have just applied and they just give me 5 years. So I can say anything, they cannot be doing until after 5 years. Maybe after 5 years, I'm going to become only by one section. I'm not worried. Let me tell you, I have said it before and I will say it again. The first time I visited any country outside Sierra Leone, I was above 30. When I went to America, I was close to 40. So if you visit me, if I was doing anything, I'm used to Sierra Leone. The greater part of my life was spent here. So why anybody knows? Don't waste your time. Don't give it to me and come back. That is why when I go spend more than 10 days. Because I'm not used to their weather. You go there, eat chicken every day. I don't like chicken.
Compulsory.
We eat meat every day. I don't like meat.
They don't have option.
You use to go to the food, that is why they have a lot of cancer. So I can come here and eat potato leaves, cream. No, I don't eat cassava.
No, eat cassava.
So how are you going to share this money? So you know you did not do due diligence, right?
Yes, Honorable, I still have
No, you know you did not do due diligence.
I still want to defend myself, sir.
Okay, let me read another provision. That is the act. Section 63. Let him put defense as much as possible. He has the right to defend himself. He can put as many defense as possible. He said no payment shall be made, section 63. No payment shall be made for work done, goods supplied, or service rendered, whether under a contract or not, in connection with any part of the public service, unless in addition to any other voucher or certificate that is required, the vote controller of the budgeting agency concerned or any other officer authorized by the vote controller certifies, paragraph A, that the work has been performed, the goods supplied, or the services rendered as the case may be, and that the price charged by the contract is reasonable. Paragraph B, while a payment is to be made before the completion of the work, delivery of goods, or rendering of service, as the case may be, that the payment is in accordance with the contract. In accordance with this contract, you are supposed to pay for 2 people. On this document, it is only 1 person. Now we are going to follow the law before you defend yourself. On this document, there is only 1 person. Delegate Abraham Joseph Scott Manga. On this document, is not prepared for 2 people. So your defense, I'm listening to it now. Let's start. I told you why I'm here, I rely on the law. So if you are going to defend yourself, you rely on the law. So take the mic. Let's go.
Thank you very much, and Chairman of the PAC. Like I said, we have done this, and we wrote a letter to the institute, that's London Training Institute, to say that we would want to send somebody else once.
Why is the letter?
It's not here now.
That's part of your.
Yeah, he did not put it to the document. But we had a phone conversation when he could not get the visa.
No, you should give my witnesses first. These are members of parliament. They can understand if I don't give them. But my witnesses, if I don't give them and they see my members of parliament drinking, they will say, oh, this chairman is so mean. He will serve
Deputy Speaker also.
And the only thing I can afford is water. Under the circumstance. So you give them water. So water is life. You say who brings water brings life. So I'm giving them water. It means I love them. If they need cola, will tell me I'll go.
Yes, Chairman, like I said, we contacted the London Training Institute that our staff did not get the visa, and they promised that whenever we have a similar program, another staff from the HR department will be in attendance.
What should have been done, I'm not talking about the letter now, what should have been done from the beginning? That this approval should have included 2 people. To justify that 2 people are traveling on this particular whatever, there should be a memo. That memo should have indicated, as it is now, there is no formal internal approval process here.
Chairman, I think that is where he missed the point. There are 2 programs which totaled that amount. this was for his own travel, the same LTI, but it was different from mine. So I think they have the document for my own travel, which is different from this.
So with reference to the aforementioned subjects, he said you are hereby requested to pay London Corporate Trading the sum of 7,000 only to the account details stated below in respect of training on corporate governance. Account name Chestnut Partnership Limited. International Bank account number IBAN blah 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 blah. Bank name Sterling Bank. Account number blah 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 blah. Swift code blah blah blah. Debit Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority disbursement account number blah 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 blah. Effect the above. The usual conclusion is highly solicited. Signed Joseph H. Mohammed, Director of Finance. Are you? So you signed for 7,000. You attach 3,500, and you say you are not part of the process. And you say you have a defense. I'm still waiting for the defense. Otherwise, I'll share it. And when I share it, who is paying you? Is it account? You're paying yourself. You're going for. So I will write you a letter. You will send me evidence of the deduction. I have debited the Member of Parliament 75 million. Now I'm not afraid of. I'm not. 75 million. My colleague. The documentation should be watertight. If this document would have said 2 people.
Honorable.
So this was 1 and it was 7,000. The supporting documents for 1 is 3,000. The request from the what is the name of the process? London Corporate State.
Yes, Honorable.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much for your submission.
London Corporate State said the cost is 3,500.
Yes, thank you very much for the provisions actually read with respect to the document. The £7,000 we are seeing on that document was a payment done for both the executive director and the HR.
The problem you have is
now,
you are the one telling me that now. You should not tell me that the document should tell me that.
We have set up, we have another because the ED went for his own training. So there is a document that has got all of those other.
So how are you going to process separate transaction in one payment? They are making it worse.
They were supposed to.
You have 2 requests.
No, not 2 requests.
They have 2 transactions.
Yes, basically, this transaction was for both of them to have actually undertake that particular.
Where in this document does it say it's for 2 people? It's for me now. Where you go now to the tower so and I need to get my business at this place. Also, the ministry has to show the document and say, okay, take care. Okay, auditors, look at it, validated. No, not to me. It is your document. Your document should speak for you. Have you seen that advertisement on CNN? Keloska. A million smile. Speaks for you. See the smile. You see this Nigerian smile. You see it. Donald Trump here. Don't say I'm very happy. But now we take winner election. So you see, your document should speak for you. But you're telling me now that there's another document. You did not read it. And you know, and you're fully aware that you are coming for a place hearing. You've been there before. I stood you down. And it's like over a month now. Right? So you should come prepared. He who comes to equity must come with clearance. You've not shown vigilance and equity will not aid you. You realize that? that not so, sir? You will not show vigilance. Everything will not aid you. Should have got all your documents. What do we do? Should I take money? Now, I'm not afraid to take money. Have you heard of the Liba terminology called Papayo? Nothing in the place. Yandi Papayo. Yandi Papayo. Nothing in the place. They're laughing, they're enjoying the song. That's it. I am so fast that they call me Bakure. So fast. You see, the bad people, they are enjoying it. So fast, they call me Bakure. I move very fast. So what do you want me to do? We have not finished the 249 yet, so we are still looking for where to take some of the money from. See, the law is funny. It is failure to observe procedures and processes. That's what makes you, that's what constitutes the crime. Okay, where is the payment reference? I think this one is GMTR. Where is the reference? Deputy Chair, I don't need to be the one leading this session. Members of Parliament, please, you can continue the session. In fact, I'm going to listen to you. I won't say anything.
Yes, the document is also not enough to justify what you are saying.
I will ask that you pay the balance money. I will not account for properly.
Are you in agreement with the PC?
Why not?
The question is that the difference in transactions of 3,500 pounds sterling amounting to 107 million and 2,570 million is refunded to the SLRSA by the Director of Finance.
So, Chairman, the next, sir.
Sorry, let me put the question properly.
Sorry, not me. That will be proposed. And I'm the chair. You want me to share it? Fair enough, I'm going to share it. The question is, honorable members, the question is that the amount stated on the invitation letter as fees of $3,500, 3,500 pounds, that is in excess of what was processed of 7,000 pounds, be refunded to the Leone Safety Authority by the Director of HR, the Finance Director, and the Fourth Controller. Yes, Mr. Chairman. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All against say nay. The ayes have it. I don't have the gavel, but it's taken. That is gone, 42. And I rule is final. Sorry. In fact, I should have allocated the payment to you.
Should I have to suffer twice?
No, you would have to suffer for putting others into trouble. Because you should have informed them that you did not have the visa even before the amount was processed. So, divide it into 3, write a letter to SLRSA and let them give me evidence of debits from the account paid to the SLRSA account. I'm sorry.
By 3.
Or by 3 years.
By now.
So where are the other payment references? This is the GNT I have concluded this. The one for the 91,000. We see here ticket boarding passes. Where is it? These are the documents, the appendices. These are the appendices. That is for audit service. That is what constitutes the 249.
Yes, look at the back of it.
Sheikh Mustafa Bawo.
Bocha.
Sorry, is my name. You know you are do you have, is your board an executive board? No. You paid already, but next time don't pay for him. I'm not going to say you should inform us because that would be okay, look at this. This is the voucher. 45. See this one? Very neat. 2 people. Bubakar Sharif, Mustafa Sheikh Mustafa Bawo. Very neat. You're putting your board chairman in economy. Board chairman in economy. And you know what? I've flown business class once in my life. And I was courtesy of CDTVs. Put me on business class. I didn't even know how to use the facility. I was looking at others. Looking at them. I saw the lady. She was pressing the button and she was holding down. I did not do it all. I waited for like 20 minutes and I tried it and I saw the thing was going down smoothly. I said, oh, I'm going to sleep there. And I asked for a bottle of one small bottle. They gave it to me. Do you want more? I said, oh, I need more. If you need anything, please ask. I said, okay. I was asking until we get to the final destination. Keep asking. Say, yes, so Salome, I give you money and fire. I was the only time I'm sat on business class. But inshallah, in this position, I will see business class. Amen. People of God say amen. So you see, this one looks tidy. Where is the documents? This one is accepted. So 91, whatever is taken. No,
they requested for validation.
No, where is the
Look at it.
Which one is this? No, this is schedule. No, this one. No, this is not the phone. This is another one. This is 49 946. Is it for this one?
Yes, this is for the last one.
The validation report?
Yeah, they requested for validation report.
Yes. Well, they are calling 50 and 49. This is to Leone. Okay, this is extremely issue. By the end?
No, the requested for validation
Yeah, but
report.
the report is here. The report is here. If the report is here, I take it that with the auditor will look at it before I make a ruling. With the report in, with the two reports in for the remaining amount, and the fact that I've shared the first one, I think the first issue is considered resolved. My wait for your confirmation. The conclusion responsibility of this identity person. So the first issue 2.19.1 is resolved. Have you done the news distribution of the amount? Yeah, the next issue 2.19.2.
Yes,
So we take this document. So this schedule is exhausted. So you should give us copies of this because it will form part of the documentation that we use.
payments made as corporate social responsibility without expenditure returns. We observe that amounts totaling 584,785 million were paid as corporate social responsibility. However, the audit team could not understand the basis upon which these payments were made, as they did not fall within the normal operations of the authority. We recommend that the finance director should provide justification upon which the CSR payments were made. Otherwise, the whole amount should be refunded.
Director of Finance.
Yes.
You have a CSR policy.
Yes, we have a draft policy.
Draft is not a policy. The policy is a document approved by the board. Because when we pass the law, we give powers to the board. And things like that fall within the powers of the board. And once they approve it, it is authentic, it's legal. So if it's a draft, it's not a policy. I don't call the cake policy, so we don't call it chicken number. What are we looking for? It's not a policy. Don't waste your time. It's only a draft.
The draft.
You are looking for the draft? You are still looking for the draft? The draft is not a policy. The draft is pieces of paper. See, no count success. So what did you use? What metrics did you use to approve this amount? How did you arrive at disbursing monies for corporate social responsibility to aid our policy? What measurement did you use to assess that these people actually qualify to be given CSR? Do we have a policy? Director of Finance, do we have a policy? If we don't have a policy, we don't have. No, I'm waiting for them.
Are there policy or draft policy?
We have the draft.
We have the draft.
The
policy.
draft policy.
So you have a policy. If it is draft, there is not a policy.
Actually, it was presented to the board. There were some corrections that would have been made. And when it was corrected, it was not.
We are talking about 2022. If the board has not approved it, then it is not recommended as policy. Now, what strategy do you use to do the payment?
Yes, Honorable. Honorable Member of Parliament, I want to present this document to Audit Service Union with respect to the corporation responsibility. To look at it, there are two documents that does not fall within the ambit of corporation responsibility. But if you look at the voucher and the code, you will realize that it doesn't have bearings with CSR. There was only one document that relates to CSR, which is this one. So I want to tender the three documents so that he can have a look at it.
There was a problem with the code.
Not the code.
So are you saying what 500 and something?
Yeah.
Only one is for CSR.
It's for CSR. The two hasn't got bearing with CSR.
Were these documents queried? You present this document during the audit?
Yes, they were presented. That is the reason why you just look at the schedule, you will realize that the payment voucher codes were indicated in the report, which means that the documents were presented.
So what was your response then?
Well, if you look at the response from SLRSA, you will realize that I was trying to justify something that has to do with corporate social responsibility under SLRSA. Like for instance, under SLRSA, normally we have this dumb and deaf. These are people we normally give them sensitization of how to cross the road, signages, and even the accident victims. Sometimes we even pay fees for them at university and even in college, schools and university. Like for instance, you remember one of the cases that happened at Ferry Junction, where one student commander was amputated. So the family met SLRSA. We had that one under corporate social responsibility. We had the responsible for commander up to university level. And also for most of these deaf and dumb, they don't have the physical cash to even pay a single cent in universities. Even sometimes to license their bosses, they will sometimes ambush SLRSA office to ensure that it is being done on their behalf. So some of these funds actually goes to the CSR. And this is what we've been doing for quite a very long time.
There are documents to show that you do the payment. But what we are saying here, try to expedite that you have policy that can mandate you. This is government money, you cannot use it without justification.
Yeah, correct, Honorable. Yeah, correct. Yes.
You disperse the money without having the document that allow you. So what you need to do, put the document in place. Now you know a scope of operation. I want to take care of this. But let them be policy to guide. Sure. Otherwise, if you use those money, you have to pay back.
Correct.
Most of these audit issues, sometimes people use the money generally, but they cannot account for it. There's no document to show. So when there's no document to show, we query.
Absolutely true, sir. Going forward, we have a board meeting. I think next week we'll ensure that there is a.
The CSR is.
This one is approved.
So audit, are we looking at this document?
Yes.
If you even check one of the documents that is under CSR, I did not only pay, but I ensure it went as far as board level for me to even honor that payment.
So it was approved by the board?
Yes, you can look at the comments on the document.
But in your response, you had something contrary to what you said. Because when we went in, we brought these observations. You had a chance. We were given 3 chances to respond to this observation, or rather than to counter it, right? The first chance was at the initial stage when the queries were issued to you. We sent a draft to you, and you could not address it.
The documents were more than 3. That was what I was giving the explanation with respect to the deaf and dumb. Those that we are convinced with, we are classified as resolved. So to me, these 3 maybe was not convincing to them. But then there are the classification with respect to the document.
But why didn't you bring it before this time? Bring that this document has the wrong classification, as you are saying now.
Because I was not captured on your response.
Yes.
Yes, at that time it wasn't captured because when they sent the first draft, the 15 days that was given in the response, those when they came for that verification, those are the documents they actually saw. So I thought the issue of operation has already been resolved because I took my time to actually explain what is my response and the documents provided. The only document I still question was just one.
Anyway,
So
our contention here is your mandate to use the money. This is what? Corporate social. Official sorry, this is where. This is 34. Are you using the picture of the first lady? Will you contribute?
So when do you think this draft policy will be approved?
In the next board.
how about board meeting next week? I'm sure it will be approved next week, Tuesday or Wednesday.
How long have you been on this? How long have you been on this policy? This one, the
is for this.
Yes, that's this.
This one is for which one? This is 100. Request for funds in respect of activities to mark of remembrance of accident. People that are dead.
So there was a program at Wellington.
Pray for them.
Yeah, there was that was a week that we had the celebration of people
Have you
that.
been doing it since then?
Yes. This is very
For
global.
all of the.
It's a global ceremony, sir.
Globally.
It's
So I'm
celebrated.
not objecting to this one because you don't know you are on the whole every day. That's the law. I'm not objecting to that you are on the whole every day. But this one is 181. The voucher is 180.
The exchange rate, there is appropriate exchange rate.
Maybe they use a different exchange because the voucher is in dollar. But this is for the minister. All of it comes under your corporation responsibility.
That is what I have just explained. It doesn't fall under corporate social responsibility. The issues that we are raised under corporate social responsibility, we are.
You said it was one.
Yeah, this is the only one that fell under corporate social responsibility.
That is the 34.
Yes, that was the only
But
one.
that people request if I mention the name of anybody, not like that, explain it. I know people know. The one for 34, I have seen the voucher, I have seen the request. That one is corporation responsibility, right?
Yes.
And thank God the hospital is almost complete.
Yes.
So it is easy to say, even if I mention the name, there is evidence of it. Okay, and now this 100,000.
Remembrance, they will just.
Okay, remembrance. How do you treat this?
That is what I have explained. It doesn't fall under
But
CSR.
under the schedule of CSR.
Yes, that is what I have just explained, Honorable. That I have explained how do we classify CSR as SLRSA. So this was a safety issue. But when those documents were presented, I don't know how comes these two were matched with this document under CSR, but it was under safety. Even if you go through my account, it is never charged under CSR.
Okay, let's say it's charged under CSR, the evidence is here.
Thank you very much, Honorable.
So the 184 is for this.
Yes, Honorable.
Look at it, consider it is all. But everyone you
Yes.
don't give any CSR if you don't have a policy.
Sure, thank you.
If you give any CSR in 2024, kindly begin to establish an escrow account now and begin to fund that account because I'm not doing this again.
I will surely ensure I implement it to the fullest.
Let's move to the next item. So, if you consider the document sufficient, can we declare the issue resolved?
Well, without the policy, because that's the query here.
No, I know the query is without the policy, but however, the documentation are correct. And I agree with you that they should not.
They have mandate to use the money as at then.
Well, once you don't have a policy, you have a mandate.
You don't have the mandate. Well, that's the contention here.
So, you want me to take the money, right?
By next week.
And the money is around 100 and something million this month. And now they was like the person by 100 and the person. And they say 2029 work for government. Doctor, why you go tell the people they make our money? You go say I don't call again. So for me, first the documents are intact, the documents are sufficient, they meet the query, and I will tell you, if you come in 2024, the documents will not take it. I will just go for the money. I am not afraid to take money. That's the Ministry of Finance. I have told them, they have agreed. No extra budgetary activities. Awako, they have a lot of extra budgetary activities. Like Madua, they are there, I think like 4. Where is Awako? They are here. They know they have it. Hey, it's for without pipeline. You put it in your budget. It's not there. We are not going to give any money. Go cool. Minister, me, I'm serious. When I say something, I mean it. You know. And because I'm serious about it, I have like the request. They come up to 10 or 15
You send it to them. When they are replying you have the reply, right? That you have exhausted your budget, and if you require any budget enhancement, please kindly refer to the Public Account Committee or the Committee of Finance in Parliament. And when I see them, I just say KIV. Case closed. So don't issue any money if you don't have policy. Even if I call that normally they are dying, don't give me any money. So they die. There's no policy. Let me go into where there is policy and find money for them. So this issue is considered as 2.1.9.6. Yes, that is the directive I have. I've seen documentation and everybody know that. The document as of if there was a picture, I will take money. Which one? There's another one.
Yeah. Ineffective management and control of property, plant, and equipment. Page 166.
Yeah. Ineffective management and control of property, plant, and equipment. Yes, go ahead.
Upon review of the notes to the financial statement relating to
I think I would have to hold on, Austin. I think I would have to relieve SLRSA and ECSL because we tend to rise at 3. I thought we would go fast with SLRSA and take SLRSA, but on the understanding that you are rising at 3, and I see the pace we are going at, except if you want to be gratuitous spectator. So you understand the process now, that so the process they go, they know south cycle, any south side structure. But under the circumstance, SLRSA and ECSL you are with. We will communicate to you accordingly. Yeah?
ECSL. They are outside.
ECSL, they are outside.
Yeah.
That is why we have a lot of journalists. They want to hear how the results are tabulated. It's not in your report. It's not in your report. Okay, let's look at ineffective management and control of property, plant, and equipment. Go on.
We observe negative carrying values of motor vehicles, furniture, and equipment worth 9,341 Leone and 3,096 Leone respectively.
Are you valuing the assets after the decision?
Yes, we are not.
How are you having negative value?
Yes, let me just explain that one. We have assets. Of course, we have the asset policy.
And hold on, before you explain, let me state it again. Something just gone through my mind. ECSL, they are going to come. It's not as if I've asked them to go and they don't come again. No. They are going to come, but under the circumstances, we said we are going to rise at 3. And we will not want them to wait until 3 and say, okay, you are relieved. We want to be human, magnanimous, and know that the auditees or witnesses, they are also human beings. We have to treat them with respect. We will not allow them to wait until forever and say, okay, you see, we are constrained with time. So that is why we need ECSL, so that we don't misunderstand the context on which I believe ECSL. Mr. Fatoma was my friend. We were there at Family College. They took photograph of me when I was keeping the goal at Mitinagai. Published my report that yes, I messed up the game, and today I have the opportunity to hold it, so I'm going to hold it. Don't worry, he will come and I will hold it responsible. For those pictures, those are apologetic pictures, I will hold it responsible for that. But not today. Today is the day. Go ahead.
Yes, Honorable, thank you very much. With respect to ineffective management of control property and equipment, with respect to negative balances, it actually has to do with adjustment in the account, which I actually discussed with the external auditors. And you cannot just do adjustment without getting their input. What basically happened, we have fleet of vehicles, including our tow trucks.
Have you adjusted this one?
This one? Well, I intend to adjust it when we come to the next audit.
Negative position.
Yes, it is. Honestly, it is going to come again in 2023 because what we have, the board has taken a decision for us to board of our vehicles, so that some of those computers, some of those assets could be written off, and because it has taken us over a decade. Even when board has taken a decision over, if my memory can serve us, over 2 years, we are still unable to write some of those assets off. So it keeps accumulating. So at the end of every year, when you run your depreciation, it gives you a negative value. This was something I explained. But
these assets are fully depreciated.
They are fully depreciated. They have exhausted. They have over depreciated. In fact, in their account. So, but I have decided to hang heads with the external auditors in the next audit to see how best both of SLRSA and Audit Survey can sit and map out a way to see how best we can fully. Of course, it is being revalued as you rightly said, but I'm working assiduously. I have told our management that yes, we are supposed to have create of this asset to board for their approval. When it is being approved, some of this negative value has to be written off. And when it is being written off, we shall not continue with respect to the negative value. So that is just an adjustment in the account.
Okay, so that one is pending. When the auditors go in again, they will check and see whether you've done something about it. It's something simple. It's not major query. It's something that you can do.
Yes, but
these are assets that are not
fully depreciated. But you know there are procedures for write-off.
Yeah, there are procedures for write-off. That is why I want to look at the stores regulation and the write-off procedure.
Yeah, there are procedures.
Write them off and forget about it.
Okay.
These ones they should not be written off. You just dispose of them, take them off your assets register. They are fully depreciated. There is no reason to write them off. You write something off that has value, and it was either involved in an accident or something affected it in the course of operation, and there is still value in the books, but you don't have value for this one.
Yeah.
You can just take them off your books, right?
I will work with them. Sure.
And he promised to do that before 2023.
You don't do that.
So 20, I will do that. Please.
I will give you this audit.
Okay.
To clean it up. If you don't clean it up, to the account. I will give you this audit to clean it up. Because
thank you very much.
There's no wood here. Fully depreciated, you value it, depreciated. Give it away. These are the things that you should give as CS, and that is what UNDP and others do to us. When they've used all the items for 10 years, and they bring it to Parliament, we are coming to donate to you computers, CPU, and when we begin to use them, we see them, oh, this is a very nice gesture, it's a kind appreciation of it's a demonstration of our bilateral relationship, and when once you give it to the staff, 2 more times, like they call IT, the machine is not working. Because they don't want to spend on fixing it. So give it to them. Let them go and fix it. If you don't have people to give, so give it to me. I'll give my children. We'll play with it. We'll learn how to use keyboard. So what's the next issue? Management revenue.
From a review of the revenue management system, we observe the following. The Kenema branch generated revenue from the issuance of licenses amounting to 471,600 Leone between January and December 2022. The said amount reflected on the pay-in slips which were stamped and signed by the bank.
You have the pay slip.
However, we could not trace the payment to the bank account.
You have the pay slip. You took evidence of the payment slip. The deposit slip. You took evidence of it. You have to copy of it. For the Kenema branch. No, not you, the auditors. Did you for any reason take evidence?
Yes, sir.
So where is it? Do you have evidence of the deposit slip?
Yes, I did not come with the evidence of the
No, not you. I'm asking the auditors because we have to. So there is evidence that the amount was deposited into the account.
No,
but the money is not in the account.
Yeah, it's not in the account. We could not trace.
And we have had several meetings with
It did not reflect.
We have had several meetings with UTB so that they can refund that amount into our account because
Why is the deposit slip? You gave us the deposit slip. Augustine, life to Union Trust Bank, the managing director and management. I want to see them next week. The deposit slip was it stamped?
The deposit slip stamp assigned.
Stamp received.
Yes.
Fine. And it was not credited into account.
Yes.
So what you do for me is when you bring in the deposit slip for this period, January and December 2022, you bring the account statement for me. You bring them and you give it to Augustine. They are going to write to Union Trust Bank and they are going to give us our money. It is simple. Let me tell you how I'm going to get my money. Now I don't do reverse transaction. I will call them. Union Trust Bank, you should know. I will call you. And when I call them, they will see and if they validate it, I will ask them to credit the account. I will give them 3 days, 72 hours. If they don't credit the account, I will write to Bank of Sierra Leone, debit them and credit you. Case closed. End of conversation. I have told you I'm Papayo. So what's next thing?
The headquarters and outstation of the authority, we are not doing daily and monthly reconciliation with the various banks. This was evidenced by the fact that there was a difference of 1,301,458 billions between the revenue deposited at the various banks and the revenue recorded in the vehicle and driver license system.
Who are the responsible officers?
The director of license.
The director of
License.
where is he?
He's on leave.
Is that what the country?
Proceeded on leave.
He has proceeded on leave. So who are the people handling the reconciliation? Why is it that there should be a difference between the accounts and the system?
Okay. Let me help you. With respect to SLRSA processes, we expect every payment to have been done at the bank before the transaction is being raised in our system. So what basically the entire revenue report is saying basically is, we start with the process. We have, like for instance, at the end of the month, let's say 31st December 2022, you have your documentation to license your vehicle. The first thing you are supposed to do, you obtain your payment or your paying order. And then you get to the bank to do your payment. You've paid your money at the 31st of December. But because you could not complete your documentations on the 31st of December with respect to maybe your license slip and maybe the CID to clear your vehicles, that particular amount
has a new vehicle.
Whether new or old. Because you can still pay renewal or you have ticket. You get to the system, they are able to do your vehicle because you haven't paid for ticket. So if it's at the end of the month, it runs to the other month, and if it's on the 1st of January, you will definitely not see these transactions again.
So this is reconciliation between
yes.
headquarters and outstation.
Yes. So what the auditors are saying, if we have 1.3 million difference between the deposit and the revenue, they are asking us to produce the jobs that actually rolled over to the other year. And that was what exactly they were actually expecting the license department to have done.
Okay.
So that's the difference. But the money was really captured at the bank. If it was a reverse.
Disagree. If you look at the timing of the audit, the year ended in December, and the time we did this audit, and the time it took for this report to be out here, those reconciliations should have been completed then.
I'm just trying to explain I'm just trying to explain to honorable.
Where are the documents?
I'm not the director of licensing. I'm just trying to explain with respect to.
Where is he? He has gone out for vacation. He has gone for vacation.
Yes, sir.
Does use the money to buy tickets? We use another money. So where is our money? This is serious.
Nobody deputizing him.
Billion.
Who is his deputy?
I told Sana to come. Yes, I
Director of Finance. How do you go ahead?
The Director of Finance, in the absence of the licensing officer, who do you think can give us sufficient information about this project?
If you look at the audit report, we have 2021 and 2022 that.
But this is 2022.
Yes, that both of them clearly speaks to the reconciliation. So in our meeting yesterday, I did told the ED, those that we are supposed to attend to
Who are they? You want to know them?
one, the former director of licensing was supposed to be here, and the current director of licensing. And they are fully aware that you are supposed to provide this reconciliation. Even yesterday in our
But the
meeting,
former director is out of the country.
the current is out of the country, but the former is in country.
At the time of the audit, who was in charge?
For 2021 was the former, for 2022 is the one that has gone on leave.
So where are they?
The current that has gone on leave is Francis Brown.
No, but
I'm giving the explanation because we shall be coming to 2021 with the same revenue reconciliation again.
No, if it's in 2022, and
Yes.
if the amount are different, then it means you are not paying attention to the money that you are collecting. And let me tell you the implication of this. Let me tell you the real implication of this. I know you have come to Parliament for a request. It will not be granted. It will not be granted on this basis. Whether the government business or government procedure, government policies to enhance, I will object to it. I will object vehemently, even if I'm not presiding. Because we cannot give you means of generating revenue and you cannot reconcile, you cannot provide evidence of reconciliation of the revenues you are collecting. So let it be known that we either reconcile or we manage the revenue we have. And when these people come, we hold them responsible. That's the truth. That's the truth. That is why even the people like that, it's my private number plate. I have license, correct. I have driver's license, correct. I have insurance, correct. I have triangle, correct. I have extinguisher, correct. So everything is there. When they stop me, I stop.
How about your tires?
They have my tires. In fact, I don't play with my tires.
What about the reflector?
I have triangle, I have extinguisher, I have everything.
The reflector.
I have reflector, it's extinguisher, and the triangle. That one, which one?
Yes, the reflector, yes.
The one at the back?
Yes.
You did not give me.
You did not ask for it.
You did not give me. But what would I do? I have to buy. So the reflector I have will not have SLRSA of this. So I have everything. So if we are paying, you should be able to reconcile. Reconciliation is a must. So if you don't reconcile, there is an implication for it. It's going to be pending. We're going to look at it again. But the point is, don't even come for anything in this parliament. You will not get it. Because you are not reconciled. And that extends to the budget. Even though you are going from, we will still slam the door on you that you cannot access government money. You will collect, you will not access. You will post PND, post no debit. It's a lot of money now. Reconciliation is daily. Daily reconciliation should be daily. It's a daily activity. We should treat this institution as if we are working for a private institution. People working in a bank, you don't go home until you are balanced. Until your team is balanced, you don't go home. If there is overage, you have to declare it. And that is the irony in banking. When you declare overage, there's an overage account for you, so you put it there. If there is shortage, you debit your account. Nobody will ask you. There's shortage, you declare shortage, you debit your account. They take a loan for you. You pay over time. Yes. That is why people are serious. They doing their work. That is why everybody is serious, because you know there's an implication for everything. If you are in business management, you know if you lose a customer's document, a document that is given to your customer, you know there's an implication for it. So there must be implications for things that are being done in government. So I don't know what you want to say.
Chairman.
Yes, Mr. Finance, I'm waiting.
Yeah, okay.
The respective directors will inform and we ensure the reconciliation is forwarded to Audit Service Review.
No, but I also have an issue here.
You promised
When
to say something.
When our management letter was sent to you, you did not address the issue. You only said you have informed headquarters for their daily reconciliation. The issue actually for this money was not addressed. So meaning from inception, you are not addressing the issue, and even up to the time of coming here, you are not addressing these issues. It's still pending.
Because you don't take the issue seriously.
Yes, and this is taxpayers'
So what
money,
are you saying?
whose money.
Are we to
It's huge.
tomorrow?
The management has also discussed the said issue, and that all stations, including headquarters, must be doing their daily reconciliations. But there is money here involved, and you will not address this money because you have informed headquarters and people should be doing their daily reconciliations.
Mr. Chairman, go ahead. Where's the mic?
Revenue management with the SLRSA must be treated with the utmost seriousness in terms. If you take a look at the footnotes, you know that we have a lot of issues with the revenue management and SLRSA. I think the third one, the fourth one, these ones are
all of them are accounting issues.
Yes.
So where do we go from there? Okay. And these are not taxes.
When will the director come from holiday? In August.
Second week in August.
Well, this may not have been why. Yesterday we had a meeting. Okay. Thank you very much. This could not be the handing over notes because we had a meeting yesterday and the license manager actually did not get much information regarding this. This will have been addressed. I took over sometime in 2022 and these issues came up in 2021. But I met with the team. I met with the team so that we try to see how we can resolve most of these issues. But because he was absent, the manager did not get much information.
Yeah, I hold this up to you that.
So this is license fee, right? And that is non-tax revenue. Section 44. Regulation 44. Sub-regulation 3. So for the purpose of section 28 of the Act, non-tax revenue includes administrative fees, license fees, long bestowed, proceeds, or whatever. And on regulation 45(5), it says for the purpose of paragraph I of subsection 4 of section 15 of the Act, vote controller of subvented agencies and other entities in the central government, such as security, foreign and public enterprise, public enterprises shall be personally responsible for ensuring that adequate safeguards exist and are applied for the assessment, collection of and accounting for such revenues and other public monies relating to their entities. This is your responsibility. So if you have to invoke his leave and ask him to come back. You have to take action, let him know, communicate to him and let him see the communication. That his leave has been invoked and that if he continues to stay wherever he is, his services will be terminated.
Thank you, sir.
Somebody has to take responsibility. You cannot just come and say, oh, I know, the conciliation should be done daily. That is what the law says. Let me read 65. Non-tax revenue. Where is it? It says the Commissioner General and the Vote Controller of a subvented agency shall enforce any delinquent debt of non-tax revenue to the government of Sierra Leone where applicable. And these have become delinquent. So whosoever is responsible for it must come. You must enforce it. It's not as if I'm blocking powers from somewhere to give you. It's in the law. You have to enforce delinquent. This is delinquent now. Somebody cannot be concerned in 2022, 2023, 2024, and he has the cheek and alacrity to go and leave it behind for the others to take it. That is very wrong.
Edie, what did you do when such queries were raised with the director? Was he written a letter for explanation or?
Well, at the management meeting, we discussed most of these issues, and they were asked to work together. I had thought that they had resolved these issues. It was only yesterday when we met again to review that we realized that he had told me that he had brought the reconciliations to the finance director. So that is why, even the reason why I allowed him to go on leave.
Where did he go to?
US.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coming back. Does it come with terminate? Yes. So the law says the Commissioner General and the Vote Controller of a subvented agency shall. That's what the law is here. When the law says shall, it's mandatory. May can be construed as shall, but when it says shall, it's clear. Shall on a daily basis reconcile receipts, bank payment slip, collections recorded and monies deposited into bank account and submit the reconciliation to the accountant general. So if for any reason somebody failed to do reconciliation for 2 years, what do you expect us to do? To allow him to jolly in Maryland or to jolly in New Jersey or to be in Minneapolis enjoying monies that we are looking for to come back? Right team? Should come back and be meeting in Parliament. And it's not outside our powers. You can enforce the attendance of witnesses abroad. Yes. You have to answer that. People are I make any cause by the party. It says, for the purposes of effectively performing its functions, each of the committees shall have all such powers, rights and privileges as are vested in the High Court at a trial in respect of A, enforcing the attendance of witnesses and examining them on oath, affirmation or otherwise, compelling the production of documents, and the issue of a commission or request to examine a witness abroad. So wherever he is, I'm asking you to bring him. So he will take his job seriously. Otherwise, you can revoke his leave. That's the first thing you do. Revoke his leave and ask him to come back. If he doesn't come back, let him stay in the US. Let him just begin to work away and work somewhere and so on. Or he will not have a job to come to. Yes, and also people should also stop this. I have seen it a lot. But once there is an issue in an agency, an action has been taken by the ED or the Director General or the MD, straight of people come to Parliament with letters. Oh, they done this to me, they done this to me. When they give me letters, I don't even look at them. I don't look at them. You have your internal procedures, follow them. Why should you come to us? It's not our business. It's not my business. Somebody is responsible by law. Let me read section 15. So why do you expect me that I'm giving the person a mandate by law and I should be remote controlling the person from behind? That person is so and the border is taking. And border is in China. They've just concluded the audit in China. You know, they called me a month ago. The audit, they said I was not allowed, but I have my supporting. I said, better have your supporting documents or you have money. That is my brother, flesh and blood. My younger brother is in China, he's the attaché, second attaché in China. Because the documents have them, I said, you better have the documents or you need money. Yeah, it's serious business now. There's a difference between me, family, friend, and work. Complete difference. When I come to work in the morning, I joke, we play. When it's time to work, it's work. If you ask my PA, was my campaign manager. He came to work one day and he decided to leave. He left without telling me. 2 days, he did not come to work. On the 4th day, he came, I was not well. I said, okay, you stay at home for a month and I will not pay you. I did not pay. He went to my wife, I said, no. But I didn't walk this one and go home. 2 different business. I know. So you treat it seriously. So let it be known that anybody that has infraction or you have disciplinary issues in your office, in your workplace, in a department, and you take document, you write one long letter. This is egregious, this is an infraction of my rights. Go and prove it by law. It's not my business. So section 15 says every subvented agency, other entity in central government, social security fund, and public enterprises shall have a vote controller. The vote controller of an entity referred to in subsection 1 shall be permanent secretary of the government ministry, chief administrator of a local council, managing director, or a general manager, executive director, or the head of state-owned enterprises, or the head of a government department, agency, or commission. The vote controller of any entity referred to in subsection 1 shall be responsible for effective, efficient, and transparent use of the resources of the entity in accordance with this act, regulation made thereunder, any other enactments, and any applicable directions and instructions. For discharging its general responsibility under subsection 3, unless the contrary is provided by any other enactment, the vote controller of the entity referred to in subsection 1 shall safeguard and manage the resources of the entity in the best interest of the entity with the due care and diligence. Maintain efficient and effective system of financial management and internal control. Operate an open, competitive, and transparent procurement process. Ensure proper evaluation of project and monitor the implementation. The list is long. Ensure efficient, prompt, and effective collection of revenues. So the point is, if the vote controller takes action to protect his job, how does it concern me, the member of parliament? To say, I'll call him, man, and I'm always asking my observer, this and the other. My word is not serious action. The president said it, if anybody has lived beyond the great even if it's his brother, demolish. And the body says, this is president, you have not been asked me, demolish. Because I should not be there, I should not construct that. So it's the same everywhere. So this morning they cannot go fail. And where I'm getting angry, it seems as if we are going to stop it. Sorry. But if we continue, I will just be awarding penalties. Yes, when I sit here, I told Ministry of Finance, it's money on my mind. I don't think anything. I don't care what people say about me. I don't care what people yarning about me in particular. Out here on the road chasing my bill because I know. I don't come here for anything for money. So I know it's money on my mind, so I don't want to award penalties. Let me give it. But I don't communicate to you.
For clarity, regarding the 3.5, just in case we are able to get the LCT to refund, would that be okay?
Yeah, if you have the refund, that's fine. It's money. Money is money.
Thank you.
But if you don't have the money, if you don't have the refund before the end of the month, you should see them refund.